one more. So there. And everybody on Facebook, I don't see you, but I'm getting messages that you're up. Hello, Erkin, how are you?
Hello, John. Thank you.
Good to see you.
See you too.
And I see Belle and Lori.
Hi, John.
All right, so today we're going to actually be looking at watercolor sticks. I'm gonna wave to you and then flip down so you see the work area. Let's see. And so we're gonna be looking at sticks, and these are the sticks that we're gonna be showing today. And these are the ones that you see in Giovanni, and certainly Rajat, who's the master of having fingers that can hold 12. I see Anna. So we'll be looking at the sticks today. And I'm often asked about the sticks. When I made the sticks, it was quite a long time ago. And it's when we had the Seattle store, so it was quite some time ago. And we had pastels, which kind of look in the same look very similar. And we had oil bars for oil colorists, but there was nothing for watercolorists. So talked a lot about it with artists and came up with the watercolor stick. The one thing about the watercolor stick, being artists and being very tactile as you are, people want to get the stick and immediately want to draw. I never made it as a drawing tool. It was always in my mind, and the reason I developed it was a stick in your hand or a pan in your hand that you could actually have the pan in your hand and be able to take any amount of material off of it you wanted. You could also, as you'll see today, you can do wet into wet, wet into dry, and use that as a creative tool. But it's pure pigment. And the only difference between this right here, which is Hansa Yellow Medium in a tube, and this Hansa Yellow Light or Hansa Yellow Medium, it doesn't matter. The only difference is the amount of water. It's the same binder, it's the same pigment. The only difference is this has way more water than this does. And the only way to stick this together is by putting a whole lot more pigment. It starts about the size of a hot dog, and over losing the water over the, month to months of time, it comes down to this size right here. So the only difference is the amount of water. And you'll see today how you can use them. The only thing more condensed than these are the pans. I see Bill holding them in his hands. Yeah. So the only difference between this and a pan is the pan has the least amount of water, most amount of water, less water, and the pan's way, way less water. The interesting thing that I always find when I go to talk to artists is I'll see people with pans, especially in America, and there'll be a big divot in the center because people really like to shove their brush. With the pans, they're so condensed. You just really have to take a little bit off the top to get a full load of paint. If you take a whole lot more, I'll just make you more. It's no big deal, but you can actually save money just by not pushing it so hard. Okay, so today the brand ambassador is going to assist me in showing you how the colors are used. Each one, several of them have taken 4 to 5 colors. Is that right, Angela and Rajat? 4 or 5?
Yes, 5.
Okay. 5 colors?
Yes,
Yeah.
John. I've got 5 colors. That's
I
what
got
brief.
fi-
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go over 20 colors today, and then next week, many of us are going to be in France for a watercolor show, or we'll be in transit to Bologna. That's about 3,500 artists. There'll be a lot of artists in transition. So may or may not have a Thursday next week. I'm still looking about how to put that together. Okay, but there will be a Friday. All right, so let's look at colors. Angela, do you want to start with what colors you have, and probably more importantly, how you use the sticks, please?
Yes, John, definitely. I don't know if you can see me. Yes, okay, you can see me. I use the sticks here. I will paint this box that I did with the ground, that I prepared with the ground last week. But this is like acrylic gesso, which I primed with transparent ground. And so here on top of that, and on top of that box, which I've prepared also with white ground and transparent ground with some lavender and some neutral tint, I will do a floral painting. And what I do is I take the stick, I wet my brush, and I take the color exactly in the same way as Rajat paints. And if I want, sometimes I want more paint. So what I do is I dilute a little bit of this stick because it's soft, and with water it dilutes a lot. And I put some water in this container and some stick. I wet some stick, or I cut a piece of stick, and then I have normal paint. But mainly it's the same way as Rajat paints. Okay, holding the stick, wetting the tip, and sometimes mixing two colors. I'm not so proficient as he is, but that's the way I like to do it. Sometimes I also wet it. Some colors are softer than others. For example, the neutral tint, I think it's very soft. So I can wet it in the water and then paint directly. Like here, I have some water. And I can rub it, here you see, I can rub it against. Look how much paint comes out. And then, so I can take any brush that I'm interested in. I take this brush and then spread it.
But while using the sticks directly into the paper, you need to be very polite with that, isn't it?
Yes, I have to be very careful. But
Yeah.
sometimes I just want some more, because I like to paint strong. That's my style is more different than yours, Rajat.
Yeah.
Each one has a different style. And so sometimes instead of with paint, with the tube, I would like drop a blob of paint from my brush directly onto the paper. But this
Right,
can
Angela.
happen very easily with the stick. Okay, I
Right,
chose
Angela.
this color. I'm not sure if it's in the list, Carbazole Violet. I am afraid maybe it isn't, but I wanted to do some wisteria, and that's a color I like very much to do the wisteria. This bismuth vanadate yellow, I love this yellow because it is very powerful and it pushes away all the other colors. I've got the quinacridone gold, which is in the list for today. The Piemontite genuine, opera pink, which is one of my favorite colors, and it's in my dot card. So these are the colors I will be using. Maybe I will borrow another color. I'm not sure. Letitia will know if this one is in the list for today, phthalo green. So I'll be playing around with these colors. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we'll come back to Angela. And Giovanni, how about you?
Yeah. Okay, now I do the swatch of all the 20s today, but I select for the tips 1 and 2 the sticks inside in my set, quinacridone core, phthalo green yellow shade, the perfect complementary color, and sorry for the bees, okay. And the tips is very particular today because I use the sticks for tinted the watercolor titanium white ground, and I use this dropper for the mixing, and diluted the color in my caps. And I will go for Queen Coral. For Chris, the particularly is these tips is very beautiful tool for, it's perfect for tint on the ground, the sticks. Okay. And I have a perfect dilution. And this quantity is very perfect, is the 10% for tinted the ground, because one of the characteristic is only 10% of water. And create your tinted ground with sticks. And for example, I create my complementary shade with sticks. Okay. In this case, this is only tinted with sticks. And one of the another particular tips on ground is possible to take the color in the sticks with the brush liner, very, very small, the rigger brush. Yes, but only with the cut, create the line and apply with the water and take in this mode, rotate the brush. Perfect for sign. Or with the flat, the sponge, in this case, when I remove the card and take in this case and painting. Have many possibilities. It's very powerful tool and color. For example, the new Cambodia, in this case, I remove the card and take one in this side, one in this another side, and painting two colors together. And create your mix directly on paper, sorry. It's a very powerful tool. Thank you, John.
Oh, thank you very much, Giovanni.
Okay. Are you ready? Next brand? Yeah.
We have, I think, is Sabina ready?
Yes.
John,
Okay,
shall we have Sabina?
please.
Okay, Sabina. There you
Thank you,
go.
Sabina.
Oops. Sabina, I think your
Yes.
camera has
Oh,
is back to portrait mode now. Is it convenient for
yes.
you to just do a one turn to the left? If not, we can
One
come back
turn.
to
Okay.
and then okay, try.
Take it off.
Okay, we'll give you some time, Sabina, and perhaps you can call in Ashley.
Okay.
Ashley, there you go.
Yes.
Hi, everybody. Okay. So my journey into the sticks was honestly a little bit different. So I was at Blick Art Materials at the store and I saw them and they were like $9 US. I'm in the US. And so I thought, you know, that's a lot cheaper than a tube, so I'll try it. And so what I was doing initially was cutting mine up and putting them in a pan, which honestly defeats the purpose just a little bit, right?
It does.
But this is a little bit of a cautionary tale, everybody. But because I was just cutting mine and putting them in a pan, I was using these containers to store them in. And so these come stuck together in a 5-pack. I bought mine at Blick as well, and I know that you can find them online in various places, but you can pull them apart. And so that's what I did. And then I put strings on the back of mine to hang on my tube board. So, cautionary tale. I took the sticker off the stick to put on the container. And the problem, it's not really a problem if you're using them the way that I am, but the problem happens when you decide to start using them like Rajat does. Now I don't really know, if I have a bunch of them out, I'm not really necessarily going to be 100% sure what color I'm using. So what I've had to do is make my own label and tape it back on. So just a cautionary tale, don't do what I did. I know some people will take the Daniel Smith pamphlet and cut, I think Caroline does this. She cuts the
Yep,
little
That's me. I do that.
information. Yes, yes, represent. So she puts them on here so she can have a little label. And we're pushing for John to make little stickers that we can put on those. We'll see.
Yes. Yes,
That's to
we've
be
been pushing that
determined.
for a while.
Yeah. But anyway,
I
there's
made
a
my
couple.
own. I gave up and made my own. I got some sticker that goes through my bubble jet printer, and I printed it straight from the printer myself and made my own.
Yeah, that works. I mean, whatever works, just do not do what I
It
did.
took hours, but to do it. Hours and hours and hours.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, so really what I wanted to show really quick is how intense these are. These are amazing. I mean, even if you are going to buy them to put in a pan, you can kind of see that like John said, I've kind of dug a little divot into it. You just put a little bit of water in the pan and then put the stick in, and it kind of like sticks. I didn't have to do anything to stick it in there. I've even done it in my travel palette. So this is ridiculous, you guys, but this is my little travel palette. And I've even taken and cut off little pieces and put them in there. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, these are so intense. I really think they're good value for your dollar. Let's do one of my favorite colors is this Imperial Purple. I've talked about it before, but this color is so stunning. I just want to show you guys how easily they wet. I mean, it's like, look at this. Look at that. One swipe and I've got pure pigment. It's incredible. That's just, they're so pigmented. So if you haven't tried them, they're definitely worth a try. And I can take and if I want to add water and play with that a little bit. So the colors that I have today, aside from just talking about the sticks, I have some really fun colors. The Imperial Purple is one of those that's kind of magical. As it dries, you get some pinks and you get some blues, and it's just such a stunning color. The Piemontite is actually on my dot card. This color is fantastic for my pet portraits. I'm trying to decide which side I used before. Because it can be such a subtle pinky brown color and it granulates. Whoops, we're playing with the Imperial Purple now. I did not invite you two to play. They just want to be friends. And so anyway, this Piemontite, fantastic for dog tongues, little pink kitty noses. Just such a great color. That's one of the Primatex. And then the quinacridone burnt orange I have here in a pan. And I'm just going to show it to you from the pan really quick. So check that out, guys. Let's see if I can get closer. I mean, I'm not digging. I'm barely touching that. And so much pigment is coming off. I feel like I'm going to beat a dead horse if I keep saying that, but yeah. Oh, one last thing. Nickel Azo yellow is my go-to yellow. It was like the first yellow I used with Daniel Smith. And when it's in the stick or the pen or the tube, it kind of just looks like poop, to be honest. It looks a little bit like duck poop, if I'm being frank. But when you get it on the paper, like, holy cow, look at that yellow. This color is one of those yellows that kind of like to be bossy and push the other colors around. You drop it into another color and just watch it push everybody away.
Ashley, you and I must think alike because that's the first thing I thought too. Was dog poop.
It does. It looks so gross. It really does.
I couldn't think how that beautiful yellow could come out of that
I know.
stick.
I know. It's such a gorgeous, and you can get it. I mean, you can in mass tone. It almost has a earthy quality. And actually on the, like if you go onto the dot chart or the dot card, this yellow actually is in the earth tones. But this is like my go-to primary yellow. It's just such a good color for mixing. So yeah, super cool.
And that is why you have to label them, right? Although that's
And I am making a mess. Can you see
no,
that?
I mean, how do you label that one?
I just throw it back in here as soon as I'm done so that I know which one I probably would know what this is. It's such a unique color. I would know. And I know Rajat said over time you kind of if you paint enough, you get to know your colors. I can look at my pans of watercolor and I know exactly what they are just because I've painted so much.
Absolutely right, Ashley.
Thank you, Ashley.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Sabina, how about you?
Okay,
She is.
so I have my sticks. Oh, now you have me. That is the, I think. Okay, I have my sticks. You know, when you are travel or when I'm on my way, I go with my handbag, and in my handbags are always a set of sticks because you don't know when you have time to draw, and sometimes you have time and sometimes not. Mostly the time before I have the sticks, I have time but no color in my handbag. And now that's very little. I don't have the container, but I want to buy. But in this time, I have that. And you have the whole colors inside. It's a yellow, a red, and a blue. It's the aureoline, it's the opera rose, no, the opera pink, and it's the ultramarine blue, and the lamp black, and it's the sap green. And that's fantastic. It's spring colors for me. And so I paint the spring, you can see. And I always, when I travel and I want to paint, maybe in Bologna, I have always the sticks inside. Special sticks I like very much. I get inside my travel box, and so it's by my colors too. And I love the sticks very much because it's the pen in your hand, and it's perfect because sometimes you just need other color, and this is a perfect form. And thank you for that, John. It's perfect for me. I just like it because when you just wet it, when you need more color, so you go inside a plate and just go a little bit in water, and you just turn around in water and you have perfect colors to use. And that's, I think it's very practical. For me, it's very nice to be on the streets and to paint very fast. And so I go inside with the brush and just a little bit. You can use a normal brush like me, or mostly when I go with my travel book, I just use this water tank brush, and it's practicable too. I love it. I love things that you can use very simple. I love simple things. Simple, but very good. And that's the sticks. Thank you to show.
Thank you, Sabina.
Sure.
Okay. We'll come back to Sabina and Rahul, how about you?
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much, John,
Very
for
welcome.
this session. Yeah. So my idea is I just got one small this pen box, and perfect for the, yeah, it's sitting nicely and comfortably. So that I can use with a small brush, you can see. And sometimes travels, I have this Daniel Smith last time I received, and I filled those slot. And I have a sketchbook right now, and I'm just started painting with the characteristics of colors whenever I complete the what you call painting, and then I start writing what is the characteristic, how is it, and for mixing complementary colors, everything I write here. And this practice helps me a lot. You can see this. Sometimes you cannot and primatic, those are there. So whenever I use those colors for painting,
Rahul, could you put your book up so we can see it a little better?
yeah, now you can see here. Sorry. Yeah, this is the diary I'm maintaining now, and a lot of shades here directly applied on there. And you can see the which colors, like now opera pink and yellow mixed with orange, nice Hansa yellow, deep. And this I'm writing after my painting complete, whichever colors I use. This helps me a lot. Yeah, this one you can see here. And small sketch. It's really help.
Rahul, do you also
Yes.
have the same container as Rajat has?
No,
Or
this one morning I got from stationery, the pen stand. This is very nice. Yeah, pen. This is a just pen stand. You can see here. Yeah, this one is. And so very nice.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, and
That's
you
great.
can ask. Yeah, you can ask the stationery fellow. He will give you this one, and just pick up the paint and just. This is nice.
Oh, that's
And I
good.
have a small palette. This is ceramic, and for mixing, I'm just carrying this one. So minimum use, most economical. I'm using them, and whenever
Yeah,
I'm traveling,
this looks like the similar of mine, but this is cool.
Yeah, this one, so many shades you can see it, but one you have to leave one, not there. So you can
that's the difference.
Yeah, that is
right.
one thing.
Right.
So this is my style, and for traveling, I am traveling more nowadays for art tour. Yes, last time also at 3 days I was there in village, urban village, and I carried all these sticks also. It's really helped me. And now tomorrow I'm going to give a demo. You know, the Baltimore one incident happened, and there was a talk show. After that, I have to paint one ship. That was there. No,
That's a
good shape.
subject
Yeah.
you don't know.
Yeah.
Rahul.
So, yeah.
That's a subject you don't know at all.
No, that I have to do. Yeah, I have to paint there. They
But that's-
arrange in such a way.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much from my side. Just a morning walk. Today, I found this flower, and I'm painting this. You can see.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
this one. Yes, this is a beautiful. I don't know the name. Please don't ask. But it's beautiful.
Don't ask.
Yeah. Thank thank you.
Thank you,
And
Prophet.
one more ship I will paint if I get time. So this one is there. I already put a sailing ship. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Praful.
Yes, thank you, Angela. Yeah. Oh, rooster.
Yeah, we're missing the rooster.
And Rajat, how about you?
Yep. Hi, John.
Hello. I think my
And
my thing is
hello,
on mute.
everybody.
Hi, Rajat.
Hi.
Hi. Good to see you all. First of all, thanks, John, for this session today. And I must say, welcome, Atul, for the family. And I'll just put the camera up so that you'll be able to see. I mean, is it visible? Is it
Yes.
horizontal?
Yes.
Upside down.
Yep.
Upside down.
It's upside down.
Ah, that's the.
There you go.
Great.
Okay,
There.
better.
Wonderful.
Okay. Fantastic. So today there are only 5 sticks, which is my fingers are hardly having. So raw sienna is there. Okay. Lamb black, then new gamboge, then sap green, and ultramarine blue. These are the 5 colors which I'll be using. I was just doodling while talking this guy, all of you. It is such a good experience to see all of us is doing, in a tube. We pour the tube in a palette and we use. But look at the way Angela, look at the way Ashley, Sabine, Praful, and everybody is using. And look at the way even all BAs are handling the way individually handling the particular sticks. These are amazing. It's a fantastic innovation. And as you all know that I hold the sticks, all my fingers are now totally empty now. So at least 20 sticks there in my finger, always in my hand. So it is, I mix the color from one to the other. Like if I want to mix with a sap green with a yellow, I mix the color like this. I don't use palette generally while using the sticks, and it's predominantly I'm using the sticks only on my painting. So this is one of the greatest innovation by Daniel Smith. I must say that, because every other brand has got this thing. And look at this, it's like a single dab and the color comes. So it has got such beauty.
Rajat, do you cheat like gymnasts and put resin on your fingers so that the sticks don't slip out when you get 3 of them between 2 fingers?
Not at all. So you can see that nothing is there. So it is, because it's too empty, that's why it is falling off. I hold much more than this, so every time. But today, as you must have seen that all of us is using 5 colors only. So it is really difficult for me to hold lesser number sticks rather than, I'm more acquainted with the maximum number sticks. So that's how you must have seen that one sticks fell down.
Rajat is the Wolverine of watercolor.
Yeah, you gave me a renewed name, Ashley.
I've been
One of these days, I'm gonna Photoshop I'm gonna Photoshop Rajat like Wolverine.
Oh my gosh.
Did you start out holding that many sticks, or did you have to practice doing that?
Could you please come again, please?
Did you start when you started using sticks? Did you start out using that many sticks? I mean, like a whole bunch of sticks, or did you have to practice
Not
holding
really.
sticks?
Not really. Not really. I have started using, I think 3 or 4. First I bought 3 or 4 sticks together, but
Yeah.
I was holding the way exactly Giovanni is holding.
Oh.
One stick at a time. Yeah. So I was using. Later on, I found it was every time while doing a plein air, every time you have to hunt for, okay, take that stick, take that. So instead of doing that, I started holding in my finger only. So in my one hand only. So I found it's much more convenient.
It's just amazing
And
to watch you.
yeah.
But
So after that, now it is. Sorry.
Sorry, I am allowed to say that. I've been to India several times, and it's one of the things that amazes me from this country. They have so much ability with their hands and their feet also. They use their hands and their feet so well. They're
Yeah.
very, very skilled. I've seen people repairing shoes and holding the shoes with their feet. And they are very, very skilled. I don't know. Something
Wow.
maybe they
You are
use
right, Angela. You are right, Angela.
and it's something that we have lost, like the capacity to sit on the floor, and they still have that. So I admire that.
One more thing I must say that it may be irrelevant, it looks like, but it is not. Especially I'm talking about in India, people eat with a hand only, bare hand. We
Yeah, they
hardly
started.
use, because we taste the food first with a finger, then the mouth. That is the reason. You must have seen Indians always, they eat with a bare hand food, because we always taste the food first with a finger, with a hand, then our mouth.
Interesting. Huh.
So that is how I do. Thank you, John, for giving this
Oh,
exposure to me.
You're very welcome.
Rajat, would you show your holder, please? Would you
Oh,
show your
sure.
holder? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
And where is that
There-
from?
This is 100 sticks you can, and there is no provision of, you don't have to keep, you can keep next to each other.
Nice.
So 100 sticks can put together.
Wow.
So you can see them.
And where was it from, Rajat?
Actually, excuse me. This is for that, the other day I was just discussing, while giving the people come for the blood sample for,
Blood samples.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So something like that. So this is
right.
basically, this is a thermocol stuff.
It's
So they
just-
put the small funnel over here. So
Yes.
they came to collect my blood, and I found this thing. I said, let me have this. So I took I gave my blood and I took this thing from him, and that's how it happened.
I love it. I love it.
You created for
Good tool.
Right. So that's how it's happened. Thank you. Thank
You're
you all.
welcome. So Anna, I was going to ask you, what are you working on?
Hi, me? You, Anna, me? Oh, I'm just painting along with everybody. Hi everybody. I'm just
Anna.
trying to. I have only 3 sticks. They are hematite and new gamboge and phthalo blue. And I'm painting along, and I was painting along with Rajat just now. I'm trying to do his, I know it's just dabbling his landscape he was doing.
Oh,
And
that's fantastic.
just painting the combinations of colors, and just letting the color run. I was going to say, I know that Ashley was saying about defeating the purpose of the sticks, but as you can see, mine are
I saw
already
that.
cut. And I sort of I know, as opposed to everybody, I actually like to do it on the side of the stick. And so I transferred these sticks to my traveling palette. And if you can see, there's the phthalo blue stick and there's the new gamboge stick.
Yeah.
So I know you're not, like you said, you're defeating the purpose if you transfer them like that. But I really like these colors, and both sticks got. And I'm really thinking of somehow making a spot for the hematite, because I love it. It's incredible, and you can see the incredible. And I know you've talked about it before, but look at all that granulation over there. Isn't
Yeah.
that amazing?
Yeah. Very
And
nice.
so I'm just painting along with everybody.
All right. Thank you, Anna.
No, thank you, John. Thank you.
And Atul, how about you? What are you drawing? A figure? What kind of figure are you drawing?
John, thank you so much. First of all, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity
Oh,
to join.
wow.
And I'm so happy to see you all experimenting with this stick. I really love the idea of Rajat and Praful to keep the sticks. It is very smart way, actually. Now, for me, this is very exciting. Letizia told me that I am left with only five colors, because other people they have taken already the colors. So I'm very happy with this neutral tint. And I experimented before also. What I found with this sticks, the most interesting thing is, it is good for me to paint the cats or pets rather. It is good for me to work on figurative drawing. So right now I have this, you can see this tiny mannequin with me. And then what I tried here, I have taken this neutral tint and I just applied water like this, the way I'm applying now. And they are so good, they are so sensitive, and they are so fast and bright and fit to work with. After doing this, whenever I want to work on the frame, I'll just take few points and the whole frame is ready. I mean the frame of body. And in no time, I'm done with this, skeleton, the basic skeleton. And once this is done, then I can spray this color. I get the, feel of this body. The volume is there. And once it is dry, then I can fill the negative areas and bring some drama in it. So this is one of the ways which I explore more. And this helps me while working on pets painting as well. Also, I have tried this illustration. These are my today's colors. And I was trying this illustration, and for the background, this looks so cool. I did it while applying the water first, and then hardly, touching it. And then you see the color is working so well, you just sprayed it. And the best part is these impressions, they stay forever. So that's what I'm loving it. And I don't want to lose them.
Very nice.
Thank you
How
so
did you
much.
do those people? They're really nice.
Sorry?
How
The
did you
people
do
are
those
nice.
people? They are really nice.
This or this you are talking about?
The people.
Yeah, the people.
The people. Okay. The people is simply I have started with the tea consistency, because these sticks are very, very fast. I mean, you just touch it and you know how it is. And I started with tea consistency, and then I just applied the coffee consistency. That's it.
Very cool.
Hey, John, can I show something? Just I know we have other people, but I just want to show something really quick.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So a lot of people ask if you can use the sticks, like on paper. I've seen a lot of questions about drawing directly on the paper. And I just want to show kind of, if you haven't used them, I can understand why you'd have that question. So here I have a stick, and really drawing on the paper, it's hard. I mean, it's hard. You can't, so you could, but what you end up with is kind of like the mark is still left behind it. So this is opera pink, and some of them are different than others. Here I've drawn on, so dry stick on dry paper, and yeah, you can get some color out of that. So I'm just gonna activate that really quick, but you're still going to be left with marks. And this is a Fabriano soft press paper. It doesn't have a ton of texture, yet it's still leaving behind kind of that mark. So they're not really intended for drawing on the paper. Obviously we're artists. We do what we want, right? We use tools for other ways than they're intended because we're artists. So I'm not saying that you can't, but I just wanted to show this is a wet stick. So I got the stick wet and drew with it on the paper, the dry paper. So there you have that. So you can kind of see what it would look like if you were to use it in that way. And then here I got the paper wet and the stick wet and drew with it. So if you're looking to get some fun effects like that and you want that kind of texture, then they would be great for that. So last week, I think we talked about this. This is kind of what people are thinking. This is a Caran d'Ache Neo color. It's a water soluble wax pastel. This is very different. This is almost like a opaque medium, like a gouache. And I just want to show the difference. So these watercolor sticks there's nothing else out there like this. So you see how I can almost erase that off the paper completely, and it's very opaque. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to show that kind of that application.
But Ashley, one thing I must let you know, Rajat here, because
Yeah.
while rubbing that stick on a paper, not all the colors will leave the impression. Oh, that is one
Yeah,
thing. And
I
yeah,
noticed
not all
that.
the colors. There are few colors will be there in a the impression will be there, lighter impression, so that later on you can dab with a color brush, a wet brush, the color can, but not all the colors. And but
Yeah.
there is 100% chances that it might get tear that paper fiber. That's the only fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also on a hot press paper, you may not have as much. This is a hot press paper. I don't know if you guys can still see that, but it depends on your paper. It depends on the color, like Rajat said. But yeah, we're artists and we play and we experiment, and that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. We all are using so different way. Look at the way Besnik is using, two colors. He cuts two colors and he joins two colors together. And that's how in his palm, he can add 40 colors together. I mean, that's a very, very innovative way he's using. See, we all are using in a such different way. Commendable, process. And this can only happen because of the GS product only. Otherwise, had it been, we didn't even know that, we wouldn't have known. This is a great, great thing, innovation, I must say.
Awesome. So now you see, thank you. You see Giovanni's, Angela's, Prattville's, Buffy. Hello, Buffy. Buffy's, Sabina, Ashley.
Hello.
Hi. We don't see Rajat's, but that's a lot to be on the screen at one time. Those are all beautiful ways of looking at the colors. Prattville, that's really cool what you got going on down there.
Nice.
John, I have a question.
Yeah.
On a professional level, like sometimes some groups say, well, if you use gouache in your watercolor, then it's not.
How are you doing?
With your gouache, Daniel Smith's gouache, they are really just like the watercolor. So would you think that they would accept that gouache as a watercolor painting, as a pure watercolor painting?
You know, it's a water media by definition. It uses, you're right, it uses more of the pigment, it's the only difference. But you know, different societies have different rules. I mean, some of them were set up in times when certain things weren't available. So I think you'd have to ask them. Most of them are pretty amenable, but you'd still have to ask them that question. I think the big societies, I think Northwest Watercolor Society allow all that in, but that can vary from society to society.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but you just say, you know, for Daniel Smith anyway, it's the same exact pigment, same binder. It's just more of the pigment is the only difference. You're just causing it to be opaque by coverage.
Right.
American Watercolor Society also accepts gouache as well.
Oh, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
It looks
And-
like Buffy, you created a palette for your sticks. I noticed you've got like a little Altoid tin palette.
Yeah, my friend gifted me the cute little Bob Ross Amazon mints, and then the whiskey painter empty full pans will fit side by side. You don't even need magnets because they just kind of stick in there. And then you can cut your sticks to size with a pair of scissors. And then you've got your little travel pan ready to go. You just need a water brush, a sketchbook, and a rubber band, and you're ready to go. So, and then if you want to switch out your colors, you can just swap them out with your other sticks, and yeah, super
Very
cute.
You
And
painted
then,
some nice happy trees.
yeah, and then the trees are all just straight, the brush with no mixing, just straight off the pan, right off the stick, to show how vibrant you can get some colors. So
Very nice, Buffy.
thank you. Thank you guys. Everybody, and now I'm bummed out because just when I figure out a new thing I want to use, I see Captain and Rahul and Rajat's little thingamabobbers. They're stick
I know,
holders.
they're nice. Yeah.
But
They
I
need to
put
market.
plain air.
They need to market those.
Yeah, but this is perfect for going plein air painting. So yeah,
It's very cool. It's very cool. Great material.
The second
Rajat, you need
addiction, the second addiction to painting is collecting art products. I think we all suffer that.
That's right. That's right. We gotta have our tools. We have to have our tools.
Listen, I saw a shop in Japan that has 6 stories. I would dread to go. 6 stories of artwork. All my.
You have to camp out. Camp out.
Angela, I'm on my way. Let's go.
I know, right?
My God, it would be so dangerous for me.
Yeah,
all they would
You
need
and
would
everybody
be
else.
abandoned food.
That's it.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's an awesome
nice.
shop.
Veronica,
Veronica.
I love it.
Veronica, that's nice. Hi, Veronica.
Hello, Veronica.
Hi,
Oh,
hello.
Are those with sticks?
How lovely.
No, this is with Daniel Smith watercolors, but what I was saying is that my students they saw my watercolors and they were like, "What watercolors are you using?" And I was Daniel Smith because they are the best, you know. And they were like, "Oh, we want them." And everybody's in different parts of the world, so that's the wonderful thing of well, this is some things, you know, but this is the today's class.
Ah,
Oh,
that's
wonderful.
beautiful.
very, very whimsical. Nice.
Yes,
very
yes,
fun.
I like
Very
that kind of work, and I have a lot of things, but I just want to show you today's work, and I'm very happy, you know, to be able to show you this because I have 25 students, and they start with, you know, Pentel and Michaels and those horrible things, and now
Horrible.
everybody uses Daniel Smith, so I'm super happy that I can share this with you.
Awesome.
So
We
I
are
just
also
want
happy.
to, you know, to tell you that.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Those are nice.
I can
You'll
I can show you
never,
later, but thank you.
your students will never be able to go back now that
I
they've
know,
tried Daniel
right?
Smith.
I know, and now they know about, you know, the ones that are granulated, the ones that are not, the translucent, they know everything,
Pearlescent.
you know. Yes, pearlescent, yes. The sticks we
Nice.
haven't used the sticks yet, but they are, you know,
They're
they are
coming.
learning now with the watercolor tubes.
Very nice.
But
That's nice.
we will.
That's cool. Yay. Thanks,
Thank you.
Veronica.
Thank you for showing.
Wow.
Well, thank you everybody for sharing today. That was a neat thing to see how you use the stick. Much appreciated. Tomorrow we have a phenomenal artist. You've seen him before. It's Fernando from Brazil.
Yes.
One of
Yes.
at the time he was one of the youngest artists, almost like Johnny out of Greece. It's neat to see young artists come in
Yeah.
into watercolors or into art, because we want it to go on forever. But thank you all for joining today. It was great to see
Thank you,
Oh,
John.
good to see you. You're
Thank you,
very
John.
welcome. We
Thank
hope
you,
to
John.
see
Thanks,
you
John.
Thank you, everybody.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
It's a
Thank you,
major
everybody.
part of my
Bye.
Bye, everybody.